Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We'll just wait till 47 till I'm hoping Caitlin will come today. There she is. All right. So I'm going to show the warm up, of course. Caitlin, it's been dreary without you. I just wanted to say. All right. We got a couple of things to accomplish today. And so let's start with that warm up. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh yeah, it just does not like me on camera. Here we go. There we go. All right, so you have one to do today. I'll give you 2 minutes to work on it and then pull up your guided notes because we're going to continue with those. Here we go. 2 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Start. "40 seconds on the clock. And pull up your guided notes because we're going to work on those today. And in the Google Classroom, there is the 2-ingredient bagel demo. And I'll go over like everything we did this week so you have an idea of what needs to get turned in. Remember that virtual kids have kind of softer deadlines just because I'm trying to keep everyone on the same schedule. And so if you need more time on something, just reach out. Okay. All right, so let's go do a portion of our notes again. Next week, I think, depending on how everything plays out, we might get almost done and then after break, finish up and then have a test probably not the week we were back, but the following week is what I'm thinking. So just kind of have that in mind. All right, so let's go into our notes. Remember, they're under Google Classroom under GN for guided notes, and we're going to start off with those. Where was I? Okay, so let's just do a quick recap here. And you guys can use the chatter on mic. It doesn't really matter to me. I think you guys like using the chat, so that's fine. But tell me, and you can use any abbreviations at any time. So what are the 3 types of carbs? Do you remember us talking about that last time? What are the 3 types of carbs? Polydiamono. Yes, very good. And which ones out of that are simple carbohydrates? So polydiamono, which ones are simple carbohydrates? Mono, yep, there's one more. Oh, just give me 1 second, guys. My daughter's calling me from school, so hang tight. Crisis in Paradise. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, it's not good. It's kind of what's going on with you, Caitlin. But the issue is that Florida vacation's coming up. So, yeah, crises. Anyway, moving on the best I can. Um, okay. So let me go back to the one question. So monos and dis, yep, those are the simple carbohydrates, and then obviously polys are going to be your complex carbohydrates. So now tell me what 3 saccharides are in mono? What does monosaccharides, what are the sugars that are represented there? Okay, glucose is one, yep. What's the other 2? Fructose and galactose. Good job. Okay, now tell me in the disaccharides, what 3 sugars are represented with that one? Did I stump you? What 3 sugars are represented under the disaccharides? Okay, lactose is one, yep. Okay, hold on. So lactose, maltose, and the sugar beet ones that you're talking about are sucroses. Okay, so sucrose. And Zach gave away what I was going to ask next, which is no big deal. But for a sucrose, you're going to need a fructose and a glucose to make that. For lactose, remember you need a galactose and a glucose. And then for maltose, you need 2 glucoses. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so that's the quick skinny review over what we did last time. So today our objective is to look at the functions of carbs and then how carbs are used in the body. So that is our focus for today. So let's go right into our slideshow, and we'll work on the slides that we need to get further in our notes on. So here we go. Okay. So the first thing you need to know, and I'm sure you do, it's the easiest thing, is that we know carbs provide energy, right? So the one thing you need to get from this slide is that it is the preferred source to get energy from, and it's the one that is used by the body most efficiently. So that's what you need to get from number one. Number two, let me kind of explain. So spare the proteins means that you need to use carbs for energy and not another food source. So when you use protein for energy, it doesn't use it, the body can't use it as efficiently, and you're making protein do multiple jobs when its main function is to build and maintain cells. So it's kind of like, I kind of use my kids as an example. Every day we leave our kids when they're home because they are in hybrid. And so we leave them a note, and there might be one or two jobs on that note, very doable. They can get it done efficiently. But when we add, 4 or 5 jobs to the list, the jobs get done less efficiently. They feel like they're torn in, 5 different directions. What do I do first? What's most important? If I don't get this done, is that gonna, cause an issue? And so it's kind of like that with protein, is that you're asking protein now to build and maintain muscles, but on top of it, provide you with energy. And that just is not a good combination. So spare the proteins just means to use proteins for what they're supposed to be used for and to use carbs for energy. So give me a blurb if you're ready for the next slide. All right, now this one, carbs do break down fat, but if you don't have energy in your body, they're not going to do that, okay? So it will cause your blood to be more acidic because it's going to cause these ketones, which is basically the acidity in the blood, and it can cause organ damage, cell damage. It can make you feel nauseous, weak, dizzy. The most severe symptoms obviously would be coma, death, but people that go on Atkins or keto, kind of understand keto, get it? Okay, so they're going to be using protein as a energy source, and that's going to cause ketosis. And it causes these symptoms, and that's not good for your body. So just like with any diet, Atkins and keto are a diet because most people go on them and off them and on them and off them, and their body's kind of a yo-yo back and forth. But that's not what carbs are supposed to be used, or that's not what protein is supposed to be used for. Okay, you're supposed to use carbs as one of your high energy sources. So that's what it means by use carbs also to break down fats so that your body doesn't go into ketosis. I'm sure you're done because I blabbed on a little bit about that. Okay, that's what I thought. And then the last one is the function of carbs. They provide bulk in the diet, primarily those complex carbohydrates, but they promote normal digestion and elimination. So you're going to feel full sooner. They're going to be slower to be released from the stomach, which causes fullness as well. And if you are choosing those complex carbohydrates, that's going to be lower in calories. Okay, last slide until we do a little assignment. So dietary fiber. There's some that are soluble and some that are insoluble. Soluble means that it can dissolve in water and kind of come to this kind of jelly-like consistency. So like we're talking about like oat bran, legumes, apples, citrus, pectin are soluble. So they soak up water. But there's some fibers that are insoluble that do not dissolve in water. And those are the ones that are associated with reducing cancer. So like you're talking about wheat bran, whole grains, those kinds of things. And then there's functional fibers, which are taken from plants that are developed in labs, and they can be added to products in the processing to add health benefits back in. So there's that as well. Okay. When you're done, give me a blurb. All right. So our next thing is you're going to do this little activity. And hold on one second. Okay. So you're going to divide, oh, excuse me. You're going to divide a piece of paper, but I did it on Google Classroom. So I already have like the grid for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to create Google pictures that of your choosing that are going to explain the functions of carbs. So like find something that an image that you believe shows that it produces energy, that it spares proteins, that it breaks down fats, that it provides bulk in the diet. I don't want the pictures to have words though, because I want you guys to try to guess other students' pictures as to what they found. So let me just go show this to you real quick. So in Google Classroom, there is an assignment called Carb Create Image. And so what I did when I did this is I went into Insert, I went to Image, and then I just went to search the web, and I just put in some keywords that represent that function, and I chose whatever one I thought would represent that and put it in the chart here. And I'd like you to scramble them up. Don't do like number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3 here, 4, because that's an easy way to figure it out. Kind of scramble them up a little bit, but don't put any words to them. So this is where I'm asking you if you have questions about that. Yes, mix them up, right? You read my mind. So what kind of questions do you have, or is that pretty self-explanatory? Give me a yes if you understand, and give me a no if you want more direction.
What are we mixing up?
Okay. We're mixing up cookies. No, I'm just kidding. You are going to mix up your images in those squares so that we can't figure out what your number 1, 2, 3, 4 would be. So just kind of mix up your pictures so we can't figure out. Well, I mean, I want to figure them out, but I don't want it to be obvious. Okay, who? Oh, yes. So who? Okay, Zach. So Zach, the problem with, oh, I know what you're saying. Okay, hold on. You need this up. Is that correct? I can't see your tech or your email or whatever.
Yes.
No. Okay, thank you. I'll get out what I need to say. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 8 minutes to work on this, and I'll start the time now. If you need more time, I'll check in with you then. Okay, so let me just mute my mic so I don't say anything that I'll regret. I'm just kidding. Caitlin, it doesn't have to be food. It can be any picture whatsoever that represents the 4 functions of carbs. 3:30 or 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. All right, are we ready? Are we ready, ready? Yes, no, maybe so. Caitlin, Mackenzie, are you guys ready? Yes, we are. All right, Caitlin, are you ready? Oh, she is. Okay, sorry. I was looking but didn't see. That makes any sense. All right, so here we go. I don't know if you guys turned them into Google Classroom, but it's okay. I can still get them. If I can stop turning all these buttons the wrong color. All right, we'll start with Zach because oh, nope, Caitlin's the top of the list here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to try to guess what Caitlin's pictures represent, and we'll start at the top. So let's start with the one on the left-hand side. What do you guys think that represents with the functions? Does it represent energy, spare the proteins, break down the fats, or the one about the bulk in the diet?
Breakdown.
Okay, so Miss Caitlin, is that your left picture? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then what do you think about the right then? What do you think that is? Whoops. Out of the 3 that are left. Bulk in the diet, energy, or spare the proteins?
Bulk.
Bulk, yep. Okay, and then was that right, Caitlin? I guess I'm going to go with that. That's right. Okay, let's go with the left picture. So we have 2 left. We have spare the proteins and the bulk, right? What was that
Oh.
picture? Oh no, it was the breakdown of fat. So which one's the left? What did you say, Zach?
The protein one.
All right,
The
Kaylin, can you verify that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then this last one with the almonds. What's the last one that she hasn't done? She did bulk, spare the proteins. Is this breakdown fat?
I think the
No, breakdown was the first one.
Oh yeah.
second one was 1.
What? So this one, is this the bulk? No, this is the bulk.
That was 1. That's 2.
Oh, energy. Is this your energy one?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Zacho, you're up. All right, let's take a peek at this. So let's look at the top left. What function is that one? Do you guys think? And I can't see the chat, so you're going to just have to tell me. Anyone? For Zach's left top picture. What do you think? All right, let's go to the left or the right top. What do you think the right top function is?
Is it protein?
Okay, is your avocados proteins? Spare the proteins?
No.
Okay.
Is it the fat one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's breakdown fat. Okay, so that's off the list. What is this one right here on the left down at the bottom?
I think that one's protein.
Is this one
Yeah.
spare the protein? Okay. And then this one on the right down picture, what's that one?
Is that the bulk one?
No, I probably could have done better on that one.
So this is your energy one,
Yeah, that's yeah.
and then this one's your bulk one up here?
Yeah, because those are bulk foods.
I gotcha. Yeah, these little bowls and stuff. Okay. All right. Let's go to Mackenzie. Let's see what she came up with. All right, see if we can figure this out. All right, so let's start with the left. She already has on there, spare the proteins. So that kind of gave that one away. What about this top right? What is that one? What do you guys think? Any idea? So energy, bulk, or breaks down fats. Which one do you think that one is?
Is it bulk?
Is this one bulk?
I think it is actually. Maybe yeah, probably.
And then this one, is this your energy one? Just because it says energy is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's my energy one.
You're not making this up as you go, Mackenzie, are you?
No, I looked them up, but I forgot. Yeah, that's my energy one.
And this one, triglycerides, I'm assuming is your fat because it says fat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you little stinker. All right, so very good. Now we'll go back to our Google Slides and we have just a few more to go through today. And then there's a sheet that's super simple and then you'll be done. Okay. So let's see, I got 1, 2, look at this slide. There's hardly anything on there and there's hardly anything on this slide. So we're almost there, almost there. All right, so go back to your notes and you're gonna do how your body uses carbs. And remember, you can shorten these notes up. So this first one just basically says that carbs need to be converted to glucose so that your cells have energy. And your polys and your disaccharides have to be broken down to monosize to pass through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream. So if you can skinny that up, that would be good. So basically, your carbs have to be converted to glucose so they can be used for energy. And the many sugars and the 2 sugars have to be broken down into 1 sugar unit so they can pass through the intestinal wall to the bloodstream. Okay, and then monos travel to the liver where fructose and galactose are then converted into glucose. So they have to convert all down into glucose.
Can you go back one, please?
Yep, I sure can. Kaylin, will you be back Monday?
No.
No, I can't do it without you. I just can't. When will you be back?
I don't know.
Oh, God. It's killing me.
The numbers are like crazy right now. I feel like everyone's getting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know that our class, your third hour was the smallest yesterday. But you know how motivated they are, and it was like pulling teeth. I've never missed a student so much in my teaching career. Now I just need Mackenzie and Zach to come back, and then I could actually have I don't even know, some people that are motivated to learn. That's no joke. Can I go on to the next slide? Okay, like I said, monos have to travel to the liver where fructose and galactose are converted to glucose. And let me know when you're done with this one, Caitlin, because I think the other two were close, if not done. Give me a hand blurb. Okay, thanks. Okay, so this one just says that blood sugar, when you guys eat, your blood sugar goes up and releases the hormone insulin to then lower the glucose level and then it turns it into energy to be burned by the body. And then if you already know what a hormone means, you just need to maybe put just a blurb there. But, you know, hormones are chemicals that are produced in our body that are released into our bloodstream to regulate specific body processes. And so I don't know if you've taken anatomy yet, but there's different systems in the body. One's called the endocrine system, and that is the hormone system. So, you know, you got your thymus and your pituitary and your parathyroid and thyroid, and you got your testosterone and estrogen and all those hormones. So that's what that's all about. Give me a hand blurb. If you need me to go back, just let me know. So this one, if there is no immediate energy needs, then the glucose will be stored as glycogen, and 2/3 of that glycogen is stored in the muscle for when you're ready to be active. And then 1/3 is then stored in the liver. But the liver cannot store, the liver can store limited amounts, and the excess then will be stored as fat. And then once it's stored as fat, it can't be converted back into glucose. And then just give me the blurb, and then there's just one small little thing on the other side, and then I'll dish out your assignment, which is a 14 question 50-50 multiple choice. Any blurpers yet? Can I get one more just to make sure everyone's ready? Okay, and then the last one is satiety, which is describing the feeling of fullness. Okay, so if you go, whoopsie. If you go back, I don't know what this thing's doing. I'm trying to exit. So if you go into Google Classroom and you go to, don't forget to turn those pictures in, you guys. But if you go to using carbs, what you're going to do here is basically it's over all the notes we just took. And so you just use your notes as a resource. Don't be Googling stuff because, again, I'm not Google and they don't always give you the right answers. So just use your resource, which is your notes, and you should just read through. It's a 50-50 chance. I would just highlight the right answer. You don't have to put A, B, in these blanks. Just go ahead and highlight. That's okay. And then do 14, and I'm going to check back in with you in 5 minutes. So at 10:30, I will check back in with you and see how you're doing. Okay? Got one more minute. Okay. So, is there anyone that needs more time, or did you finish the assignment? Yes, I'm done. No, I'm not. Provide me with that information if you could. Zach's done. Caitlin's, no, I'm not. Okay, that's fine. And then Mackenzie, how are you doing? Okay, well, I can wait a few more minutes. Hold on one second. Okay, excellent. All right, let's go through and then you can just in the chat tell me the letter that you chose for that. Okay, so number one, all carbohydrates must be in the form of A or B. Okay, the answer is B. Number two, the digestive system, A or B, poly and disaccharides from food. B is correct. Number 3, monosaccharides travel through the A or B. A is correct. The liver converts fructose and galactose into A or B. B is correct. Number 5, after a person eats, the amount of glucose in his or her blood, A or B? A is correct. Number 6, insulin is released by the A or B? B is correct. Number 7, insulin helps the body A or B blood glucose to a normal level. Okay, for number 7, I'm hoping that Zach is telling me it's B. And that's correct. Number 8, insulin triggers body cells to A or B glucose. Okay, the answer is burn, so that would be A, but good try. Number 9, if cells do not have immediate energies or energy needs, they convert glucose to A or B. A is correct. The muscles store glycogen for use during A or B. A is correct. Number 11, the liver stores blank of the body's glycogen. A or B? A is correct. Number 12, the liver can store A or B amount of glycogen. B is correct. Number 13, when someone eats more carbohydrates than the body can immediately use or store as glycogen, the liver will convert the excess to A or B. A is correct. And fat stores A or B be converted into glucose. B is correct. Okay, good job. All right, so make sure you get those 2 assignments in. That's 2 for today. 1 the last time we were together, the demo. And I was thinking there was something else. Why was I thinking that? Demo. 1 the last time. Maybe just 4 then. I was thinking 5 somewhere. Why was I thinking 5? I don't know. But anyway, double check Google Classroom. Check on Power School later this weekend. I'll be putting stuff in. And otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys one day next week. Nope, not the notes yet. Not the notes yet.